All right, today we are joined by my friend Jack, who is an Ender's Game fan, aficionado, and possibly expert. Are you an Ender's Game expert?
Sure. I've read the first 2 books.
Okay.
2, I'm working on the 3rd. It's pretty long.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How long are those books? Are they like 600-page books, or are they
I think the book that I'm reading right now is 700 pages.
Whoa.
I think the last one was 700 pages as well.
Okay. What is it about these books that you really like? I mean, what do you like about the story?
Well, they're not like the typical alien story where it's just like people killing aliens. Where at the end of the first book, he actually realizes that the aliens weren't that bad.
Oh, okay.
It ends the first book by saying that like he tries to find a new home for them. Yeah.
Now, is the book done from like the point of view of the kid? Who's the, like, how is it written from the point of view of the?
It switches views. It goes from like Ender to his sister, sometimes Colonel Graff, a bunch of people.
Okay.
So just Ender.
And when you're reading, do you imagine, like, you know, the whole universe that they're in? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine the space station and like the place where they're on and where they battle and stuff.
Nice. So Ender obviously is the, you know, essentially the hero of the world. Who are some of the other characters that are in the books that are like the bigger characters?
Well, there's his brother and sister, Valentine and Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Peter's like a, kind of like a sociopath. Like he's sadistic. Like he's completely mean. And Valentine's like nicer.
Mm-hmm.
She likes Ender a lot more. There's a bunch of people in battle school that he meets, like some commanders. But Ender also unintentionally kills a boy in Bonzo.
Okay.
He unintentionally kills him, but he doesn't know it.
Oh,
like they
wow.
don't tell him that.
Yeah.
He also meets a war hero who trains him, just kind of in the end of the book, called Mazer Rackham. That's like kind of where he kills the buggers. Okay. The aliens. Like once Ender kind of starts his own group.
Yep. And
there's a bunch of people. There's a guy called Bean, who's short, but he's really good. And then I think there's about like 10 other boys.
Oh, wow. So does Ender, is he kind of an unwitting hero? I mean, does he intentionally kind of want to beat the aliens, or is he just kind of drawn into this? How does that work?
He's, I think, enlisted. It's his choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he gets to decide whether he goes. Colonel Graff puts him through the training, like isolates him. He kind of forces him to do certain things, like puts him in different situations. So
many books have been made into movies,
mm-hmm.
and obviously, you know, a lot of times we think of Harry Potter as one of the biggest success stories in that realm. What do you think about Ender's Game being turned into a movie? Are you excited about that, or is it like, no, I just want this to be a book?
I actually am excited about the movie. It should be good. It's got some good actors in it. Harrison Ford, Asa Butterfield, who was in Hugo.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it looks like a good movie.
All right, Jack, so now let's check out some behind the scenes and B-roll from Ender's Game, because you've obviously seen the trailer.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the Ender's Game trailer, you can click on the link right in here and watch that. And let's just see, you'll probably know a lot more about what we're seeing here than I do, so tell me what you see in this footage.
Okay, well...
Like is she playing Ender's sister?
Yeah, that's Valentine. Let's see.
And so you get to see him like at home, and then obviously he's been brought into the training, Harrison Ford. What are the students called? The enlistees, or what are they? Are they just like?
I don't think
privates?
They have a name. Just kids, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're supposed to be really young. Like Ender was only 10 when he ended commander school.
And what's the story with why kids? Why not grown-ups?
I think the kids have the capacity to learn more. They understand commands better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also there's this thing, there's this law on Earth about like you can only have 2 kids, but Ender was like the 3rd kid.
Oh. Yeah,
he had like this programming thing on the back of his head, like to make sure that like nothing happened to him. Okay. I think they took it off one day, and like so a bully in his school called Stilton, like beats him up, and he fights back and like ends up nearly killing him.
Wow. So
he's like supposed to be really strong.
And he's doing like some kind of crazy spacewalk here. I love seeing this footage right here where you can see, you know, the cables holding him up.
Well, his most of his battles are in 0 gravity.
Oh, wow.
That's the whole thing. And like I think if you get shot by like the laser beam, it like freezes you. So like you have to stay in like a certain spot. You just spin around.
The laser freezes you?
Yeah, it's like crazy. So you have a suit on, like immobilizes your suit so you can't move.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, you have to like bounce off walls and stuff. And that girl was his commander, like in the beginning.
She's the commander.
Yes.
Wow. It's pretty cool seeing kids in these kind of commanding leadership roles.
Yeah, but at the end of the movie, I think he and like a couple other people, she actually flies some of the ships, and like when they're terminating, like killing the aliens, like their main ships. Yeah. She's there. And
there's a cool
helps destroy them.
So all the battles are in space, and book 1 ends with him figuring out maybe the aliens aren't bad. Is that right?
He writes a book. He writes a book. It's called The Hive and the Hegemon or something like that. It's also political. There's like a bunch of different parties, but they're not like Democratic or Republican. There's completely different things.
Wow. And so Ender's Game, the movie, is essentially the first book, right? So I'm guessing you're hoping for Ender's Game Part 2 and Part 3.
Yeah, that'd be cool, but they'd have to make, since in Book 2 there's new aliens, they'd have to make new aliens, new people. He also has this thing on his ear. It's like a computer on his ear.
Oh, wow.
That like tells him stuff.
So are you going to see this movie like the day, I mean, like,
maybe not
how many times this weekend are you going to see this movie?
Well, maybe not the day it comes out, but I'm definitely going to see it more than once.
Yeah, yeah. This will be one of those movies I bet you'll buy on Blu-ray too or something and download to your phone and watch a million times.
Looks good.
So apart from Ender, who's your favorite character? Who do you want to see in the movie? Is there a cool like other character? I mean, is there a cool alien in this movie, or all the aliens
like,
just kind of?
Aliens are just kind of the same. Mazer Rackham looks pretty cool, so he'd be interesting.
That's Ben Kingsley with all the tattooed face. Yeah.
And also Peter's interesting, since in the book he kind of transforms and becomes like a political leader. Okay. And he like writes a bunch of things on the internet, like about like his political views, and like a bunch of people relate to that. Right, right.
Obviously, you're a huge Ender's Game fan. You're gonna see the movie this weekend. Before that, like, what other movies have you liked, have you enjoyed that you've seen like over the past year?
Okay.
I mean, are you a Harry Potter fan, or?
Yeah, my sister just recently got into the Harry Potter series, so we watched all those again.
What'd you think of those?
Those were actually really good. Yeah, I forgot how good they were.
Jack, obviously you're gonna go see Ender's Game this weekend. Why do you think that people out there should go and see it?
Well, it was a great book. It's very thrilling, suspenseful, emotional. It's got some really good twists, has a great ending. There's some good actors in it. It'd be interesting to see what the aliens look like. Also, his like whole experience of the whole like starship fleet will probably be pretty cool. Also, there's this virtual game that he played. Where he has to get past a certain, like, a giant, and that'll be pretty cool, since it's extremely hard, like it's a cheating game. He can't get past it, but he manages to.
after talking to you, I'm actually much more intrigued and interested in this movie. I was a little skeptical about Ender's Game, but now I'm actually kind of excited to see it. So you sold me. We'll see how it does this weekend. Well, thanks for stopping by CineFix and joining us. Appreciate it. And subscribe to CineFix for more movie talk and original programming. See you next time.
Bye.
Go! Hold him up there! He's gonna move! Hold him up! Go! It's working, Ray! Start bringing him down. Start bringing him down. You got him. Don't cross the stream.
Maybe now you'll never slime a guy with a positron collider, huh?
Bankman, shorten your stream. I don't want my face burned off.
All right, I'm opening the trap now. Don't look directly into the trap.
I looked at the trap, Ray. Bring your streams off as soon as I close the trap. Get ready. I'm closing it. Now!
So Norma, did you hear about Breaking Bad?
Yeah, it's over. I'm bummed.
Yeah, no, apparently Katzenberg is at MIPCOM in France right now talking to the creators of Breaking Bad about offering them $75 million to create 3 additional episodes.
That's insane.
Well, first I'd like to say thank you so much, Alex, for joining us. I'm just going to come right out and say it. I thought you were going to be man. I didn't know that women could be scientists.
Okay, that was nice talking to you.
Please don't go. We don't have an episode without you.
Maybe you want to see something more lighthearted, like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs 2. Can't wait to just grab up some kids and go see this movie. I mean some friends with kids, not some kids. That's creepy. Just gotta find some friends. Oh, jokes.
Whoa, you can act? Apparently you can, since now SNL will hire you, though only to stick pieces of your body into other things, mainly boxes, and mothers, and Lady Gaga. That's enough to land you the lead in several Redbox ready movies in which you do an okay job.